Hello, thanks for coming back to our channel. I'm so glad you could join me today. So you don't miss any of our new movies, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell so you know when they come out. Today, we're going to talk about something deep and thought-provoking. Will God let narcissists be happy? It's an important question that goes to the heart of morality, fairness, and even what happiness is. Let's get started. People usually think of good things like love, kindness, and caring when they think of happiness. We think that people who have these qualities are the ones who deserve happiness the most. What about people who don't? What about narcissists in particular? Because they think they are so important, are manipulative, and don't care about other people, can they really be happy in this world? If they do, does that mean God lets them? Before we can answer, we need to talk about what happiness really means. A lot of people think of happiness as a deep sense of well-being that comes from living a life that is in line with their ideals and gets along with others. Being connected to something bigger than yourself, having important relationships, and having a sense of purpose can give you this feeling of fulfillment. Narcissists, on the other hand, might not see happiness the same way you do. Narcissists often find happiness in approval from other people, power, and being in charge of other people. Some people may feel good when other people admire them, when they reach their goals, or when they can use events to their benefit. But is this really happiness, or is it something else? It is said in many religions, including Christianity, that real happiness is not just short-term pleasure or getting what you want. Going against God's will, growing virtues like humility, love, and selflessness, and wanting a deeper connection with God are what it's really about. From this point of view, the joy that narcissists might feel, which comes from stroking their own egos and praising themselves, might seem shallow or even false. But does that mean God will prevent narcissists from experiencing happiness altogether? The answer isn't so simple. If we believe that God is just and merciful, it stands to reason that everyone, including narcissists, is given the opportunity to find true happiness. However, the path to that happiness might look different for a narcissist than it does for others. Narcissists often operate from a place of deep insecurity and fear. Their need for validation and control stems from a fundamental lack of self-worth and a fear of being exposed as flawed or inadequate. This insecurity drives them to seek happiness in ways that are ultimately unsatisfying and damaging, both to themselves and to others. While they might experience moments of pleasure or satisfaction, these feelings are often short-lived and don't lead to lasting fulfillment. From a spiritual perspective, this could be seen as a kind of divine justice. Narcissists, in their pursuit of selfish goals, may achieve temporary success or pleasure, but because they're not living in alignment with higher values or seeking a deeper connection with God, they're unlikely to experience true happiness. In this sense, their own actions and choices prevent them from finding the kind of happiness that is deep, lasting, and meaningful. However, it's important to remember that God's justice is often tempered with mercy. While narcissists may be trapped in patterns of behavior that prevent them from finding true happiness, they're not beyond redemption. Many religious teachings emphasize the possibility of transformation, repentance, and spiritual growth. If a narcissist is willing to confront their own flaws, seek forgiveness, and work toward developing humility and empathy, there is hope that they could find a more authentic and fulfilling form of happiness. But what about those narcissists who never change? Who continue to live their lives focused on their own needs and desires, often at the expense of others? Will they ever be truly happy? Again, the answer depends on how we define happiness. If happiness is purely about material success, pleasure, and the fulfillment of desires, then it's possible that some narcissists might achieve what they believe is happiness. They might surround themselves with wealth, power, and admirers, and feel content in their ability to manipulate and control their environment. But if we consider happiness to be something deeper, something that involves peace of mind, a clear conscience, and a sense of connection with others and with the divine, then it's unlikely that a narcissist, living in a state of self-centeredness and moral disengagement, could ever truly be happy. Even if they appear happy on the surface, there may be an underlying emptiness or dissatisfaction that they can never quite escape. In the end, The question of whether God allows narcissists to live happily in this world might be less about what God allows and more about what narcissists choose for themselves. God, in most religious teachings, grants us free will, the freedom to make our own choices and to pursue our own paths. If a narcissist chooses to pursue happiness in ways that are ultimately destructive or empty, they may find that their version of happiness is fleeting and unsatisfying. But if they choose to seek something deeper, to confront their own flaws, and to cultivate virtues like love, humility, and compassion, they may find a path to true happiness, even if it's a difficult journey. So, will God allow narcissists to live happily in this world? It depends on what we mean by happily, and what choices the narcissist makes. True happiness, as understood in many spiritual traditions, is about much more than pleasure or success. It's about living a life of meaning, connection, and virtue. Whether a narcissist can achieve that kind of happiness depends on their willingness to change, to grow, and to seek something beyond their own ego. Thank you so much for watching today's video and for joining me in this deep and complex discussion. If you found this topic interesting or thought-provoking, please give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Your support means the world to me, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are examining a topic that has piqued the interest of many. Why do narcissists inflict pain on their victims through silence? This behavior often leaves us feeling confused and frustrated. However, today we will address it comprehensively. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you strongly disagree with how someone is being treated but choose to remain silent? Many of us can relate to this scenario, but with narcissists, their silence often has deeper implications. In this video, we will explore 3 primary reasons why narcissists choose to ignore others, even when they strongly disapprove of their actions. By understanding their lack of interest in the current topic and their discomfort in social settings, we can gain insights into their behavior. If you have ever wondered why narcissists withdraw from social interactions or struggle with adaptability, you are in the right place. Let us uncover the truth behind why narcissists inflict pain on their victims through silence. Narcissists thrive on control, and adhering to routines is their modus operandi. This is their way of maintaining a flawless facade. Have you noticed how some individuals avoid engaging with the most outgoing members of a new group? They become reticent when someone else captures the spotlight, especially if that person is brash or impolite. It is as if they are allergic to attention seekers. If questioned about their sudden quietness, they might attribute it to fatigue or illness, but in reality, they are disturbed by the loss of attention. Although internally seething, they feel constrained in their responses and thus opt for silence. Next on their list are individuals who challenge their dominance or rub them the wrong way. Their silence may cloak sinister intentions as they scheme behind the scenes. Now, let us address handling narcissists determined to have their own way. Whether driven by financial gain or a thirst for vengeance, when circumstances deviate from their desires, narcissists kick into high gear. Their primary objective becomes showering attention on their new target while diverting attention away from others. They resort to tantrums, outbursts, and even inducing discord in relationships to curry favor with their new source of validation. Once they have exhausted their utility, they revert to charm until they are ready to discard them for good. This is how they discard individuals they no longer find useful. Keep reading to uncover the methods narcissists employ to discard those they are finished with. When a narcissist seeks to inflict pain or manipulate others, they put on a facade. They excel in employing the silent treatment as a tool for coercion. By withholding communication, they aim to compel compliance from their target. Victims may not discern manipulation until it is too late. Through silence, narcissists seek to provoke a response, forcing their victim to supplicate and surrender control. They relish the attention and validation, reveling in their dominance over others. Therefore, it is imperative to guard your heart against their advances if you wish to avoid pain and disillusionment. Narcissists often maintain a closed-off demeanor around others, assessing them or anticipating imagined threats. When unable to display their emotions openly, they begin to unravel. While I have outlined 3 primary reasons for their silence, a 4th lurks in the shadows: inner turmoil. Whether rooted in regret or feelings of inadequacy, those in close proximity, such as family or roommates, may notice their moodiness and withdrawal, particularly in cases of covert narcissism. Regardless of the underlying cause, a narcissist's silence warrants caution. Now, let us delve into our next topic: navigating the challenging terrain of dealing with a narcissist and liberating oneself from their grasp. Living alongside a narcissist entails grappling with an individual who perceives themselves as superior, prioritizes their needs, and tramples over boundaries. They adeptly manipulate situations to their advantage, dominating discussions and portraying themselves either as heroes or victims. Selecting battles judiciously is paramount. At times, stepping back and operating discreetly may prove most effective. Maintaining this distance is crucial, yet if severing ties entirely is not feasible, here is a practical guide for confronting a narcissist head-on. When confronted with formidable hurdles, it is natural to feel overwhelmed, and it is perfectly acceptable to express those emotions. However, timing is key. Whether confiding in a confidant or internalizing your struggles, identify the approach that best suits you. Managing interactions with a narcissist demands finesse. Occasionally, mirroring their detached demeanor proves advantageous. Attempting to reason with them often proves futile, as they prioritize control over conciliation. Therefore, conserve your energy for self-preservation rather than attempting to alter their behavior. Navigating the realm of narcissism resembles navigating uncharted territory. Narcissists adhere to their own set of rules, devoid of remorse, and excel in psychological manipulation. When confronting them, anticipate the unexpected and maintain composure. It is a challenging journey, but trust in your resilience to see you through. Remember, conventional strategies may prove ineffective, so remain prepared to adapt. While you may possess a natural inclination towards empathy, aspiring to bridge the gap with the narcissist through kindness and patience, refrain from clinging to this hope too fervently. Traditional approaches yield limited success with narcissists. It is time to discard the rulebook and devise innovative strategies tailored to these unique circumstances. When confronted with individuals exhibiting narcissistic tendencies, it is time to adopt a fresh approach. Rather than being drawn into their theatrics, cultivate a cool, composed demeanor. Respond with concise phrases such as "nope," "busy," or "not my thing." A single word can convey volumes. Practice delivering these responses with a composed expression in front of a mirror. Embrace the ensuing silence. It is not uncomfortable, but rather empowering. Dealing with a narcissist necessitates a revised strategy. Remain poised, detached, and counter their behavior with clear, rational responses. Treat each "no" as a moment akin to dropping the microphone. Embrace the silence. Take a moment to center yourself, recognizing that you are merely stating facts, not participating in a melodrama. Surprisingly, silence serves as your ultimate weapon against narcissists, conveying the message that your boundaries are non-negotiable, and you are impervious to their manipulations. This is not about engaging in power struggles. It is about asserting your autonomy. Silence has the unparalleled ability to disrupt a narcissist's tactics. In certain instances, employ phrases like "that's fine," "I'm good with that," or "doesn't bother me," followed by a deliberate pause. If you are feeling bold, affirm with "yeah, not happening." This approach can effectively shut them down. By maintaining detachment and professionalism, you dismantle their attempts at manipulation. You are not participating in their games. Instead, you are establishing boundaries unequivocally. Eventually, they will realize they cannot manipulate you and will move on, affording you the opportunity to enjoy tranquility. This strategy revolves around equipping yourself with techniques to safeguard your mental and emotional well-being. Remember, narcissists thrive on eliciting reactions. Thus, deny them the satisfaction. Respond with calm phrases like, "Okay," or "I hear you," and refrain from allowing their negativity to affect you. Maintain your distance and resist becoming entangled in their machinations. When you do find yourself in a position requiring communication with them, prioritize expressing your own feelings and needs without resorting to blame or defensiveness. Remain authentic to yourself, hold your ground, and refuse to allow them to undermine your confidence. That concludes today's discussion. I trust you found these insights beneficial. If you did, demonstrate your support by liking, commenting, and sharing this video with others who may find it valuable. And if you are new here, welcome aboard. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell for daily updates. Remember, you possess inherent value, you are deserving, and you have the right to live free from manipulation. Until next time, take care and stay resilient.